Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is a juicy episode filled with love. But before we get started, I want to bless and give you some loving energies that you can take with you. And first, we're going to breathe 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out, okay? All right, now you should be all grounded and centered so you can be grounded to your mind, body, and soul. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Steph. I talk about how to unlock the one thing that no one can ever take away from you, your mind. So without further ado, let's get started. This is a juicy episode. So today we're going to be talking about how to spot love and how to spot the healthy and right relationships. Because a lot of the times, because of traumatic upbringings, you will confuse confusion, clarity, and panic for love. And that's not the case. You are a goddess, so you deserve the love that is right for you. You deserve that God energy, that king energy counterpart. Confirmation. Okay, so we're going to talk about the signs to look for to discern whether you're dealing with a man or a guy, because there is a difference. And we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of if someone actually is interested in you and if they want to pursue something with you. Okay, so first things first, shows interest. How does he show interest? By behaviors, through actions. One surefire way of telling if someone is interested in you or not, look at their actions, not their words. Because a lot of the time, guys, what they will do is they will like talk the talk, but when it comes to walking the walk, they don't do that. So look at their actions, watch to see how they move. Like, let's say you guys meet, right? And you guys start texting. He's gonna show interest by asking, how was your day? How did you sleep? What did you eat for lunch? What did you do today? If someone's interested in you, they're going to show interest in you. They're also going to show interest in your interests, in your passions, even if they don't like it at all. Like, for example, if you're super into astrology and stargazing, they're going to be like, wow, they're going to ask questions on that to get to know you. And a don't, like a red flag to look out for, is if you guys are texting, if they're constantly talking about themselves, if they, I mean, that's pretty much it. Their actions speak loud and clear. So that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoy it. I'm just kidding. But basically, if they're texting and they're just talking about themselves all the time, they want a therapist, or they're literally treating you like a diary entry. Don't allow that. No, thank you. Absolutely not. And how I said earlier, believe their actions and not their words, because a man will show his interest and his, what's the word I'm looking for? His intentions through his actions. Do not believe their words. And I know this because I have been through a lot of situations where I felt bad and gave them a chance, where they were saying all these things they were going to do. And it's kind of like, you guys, it's kind of like someone dangling like a fishing line in front of you and they're pulling it back. They're like, oh, I'm going to do all these things. Oh, I'm going to buy you all these pretty things. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, not yet. Oh, absolutely not. And so basically what a man will do, when I said letting his actions speak, he will not only promise but deliver. And in most cases, when dealing with an actual man, like a real man, a king energy, he will do the action. He will do it right then and there. Most of the time without even saying it. Or someone that's actually worth your time, they might say it because they need to say, like, oh, hey, I'm going to do this for you, but they quickly do it. Follow it. When you're dealing with a lot of jokers or guys, which we don't want guys, we want men. We want kings, right? We want gods, because you are a goddess. When dealing with a lot of men, they will follow through on their actions. They will show consistency. They will show effort, responsibility, accountability. They will protect you and serve you as a goddess. You need something done, they're going to do it. They're going to say, hey, what can I do for you? Do you need help with this? Okay, right away. Not right away. They might not say that. A lot of them will. But, you know, they're going to do the action right away, whether it's a promise to take you out to dinner, whether it's a promise to take you shopping, whether it's a promise to go take you somewhere that you really want to go to. And I will repeat this because repetition is the father of learning. Actions speak louder than words. Oh, you're so smart. You're learning already. Another sign is if they pursue you, not the other way around. Goddesses do not chase, they attract. What's meant for you will always find you. A true man or a true king energy will pursue you. It's like back in the day when they would court a lady, correct? And I do this if I want to court a lady because I play for both teams. I like guys and girls. Wait, no. I don't like guys and girls. I like men and women. There's a difference. But it's like me, for example. Which you guys, what you need to do, the standards that you bring to the table, you need to start asking for them. Because what I've noticed with a lot of friends or a lot of people that have came to me for advice, they're up here, they're bringing all this to the table and they're settling for not even the bare minimum. And I'm like, what are you doing? Do you see this? Look at this like scales. Like the scales in law or justice. Is that fair? Absolutely not. For stuff to be fair, you're bringing this to the table, so ask for this. It is fair. You are not asking for too much. I'm sorry if society has made you feel that way, or if you have been in unhealthy relationships where they're like, oh, you're asking for respect, and what you bring to the table, you're asking for too much. No, absolutely not. I forgot my train of thought. Wait, hold on. Okay, if they pursue you, this means that they're going to text you constantly throughout the day, consistently. Not constantly, like not 24/7. This is a don't. This is a red flag. If they text you 24/7, like every minute of the day, he has no hobbies. He has no real job, which we don't want someone with no job. Absolutely not. You're a goddess. You need a provider and a protector. So when I say texts you consistently throughout the day, it's like, every few hours, every here and so. They're pursuing you. They're like, well, wait, like, what are you doing? Do you have plans this weekend? They're going to try to see you as much as possible. With pursuing you, they're going to say, well, hey, are you free to have dinner? Okay, you're not. Well, what about this day? What about that day? Or they'll be like, well, you let me know when you're free. That is someone pursuing you. If you have to text first, which I have never done this, and people always tell me, they're like, oh, you're so lucky. You get this person that spoils you and this and that. And it's like, well, it's because I wait for that energy. I don't settle for the first joker that comes my way. As a goddess, I never text first. Never initiate plans. Unless you guys have been dating for a while, like more than 3 months. Or, yeah, like more than 3 months. And you're like, hey, like, yeah, I've never had to set up a date first. Like, they always ask me. And that's the thing. Let them pursue you. Let them court a lady. Oh, I never said what I was saying earlier. Like, for example, me, when I'm trying to court a lady, I will drown her in attention and affection. I will gas her up with compliments like, you're so gorgeous, this and that. What can I do for you? Do you need anything? I will spoil her with gifts, taking her out to dinner. Basically just spoiling financially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Which means respecting her body, respecting her choices, and respecting her schedule. And also pouring into her when I can. So you are a lady, you are a goddess. Let them pursue you and pour into you. And the thing is, this is one golden rule I go by. And ever since I started going by it, it has filtered out just so much trash from my energy or people trying to penetrate that energy. When someone is interested in you, only accept when they come with an offering. Again, you are a what? You are a goddess. And how to embody that goddess energy is that only accept invitations, or what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, like advances, only accept people that come with an offering. Whether it be a gift, whether it be flowers, whether it be an invitation to dinner. But if someone just starts like, they're just talking to you and using you kind of like a texting buddy, absolutely not. No, you're not a texting buddy. You have standards, you have a schedule, you are very busy and selective with your time. Only accept people that come correctly, that show an offering. Think about it like this. Like gods and goddesses, I don't know if you're spiritual or religious, but when you're praying to gods and goddesses or certain deities, you come with an offering, do you not? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've ever seen any movies where they do that, they come with an offering. Like a spiritual altar, right? Where they leave like little teas or goodies or alcohol or fruits. An offering. Why? Because you're saying, hey, I am very grateful for your time, for your essence. Here is an offering. And that's one golden rule I have always gone by. I will not accept someone's invitation if they do not come with an offering. And again, it doesn't need to be a Bentley. That would be nice. But it can be just something small, like whether it's a small gift or flowers or an invitation to dinner. Me personally, I wouldn't accept an invitation for coffee. That's kind of lazy. Those are just my standards, like dinner, lunch, something of the sort, like some sort of offering, like something that your soul is happy and satisfied with. You can be the judge of that. And the thing is, when you put yourself on goddess standards, you receive goddess treatment. And that's where the chosen ones will rise to meet you. You will stop settling and accepting buffoonery behavior. Absolutely not. The word makes me laugh, but it's not funny. Like literally, it's like you stop accepting trash behavior and trash efforts and minimal efforts when you are selective with your time and with your energy. Your energy is very priceless. It is so abundant. It is the most priceless thing in the universe. Like, as you guys know, the most priceless thing is love and energy. You can't buy that. You can't take that back. In time. Love, energy, and time. Very priceless. Love, energy, and time has literally made gardens grow, have made families coming to fruition, have built businesses, has just established so much love and so much beautiful creations in this world. So be selective. Be careful and be cautious. Because you don't deserve just your energy. Absolutely not. Another surefire way to see if they really like you are, again, his actions. The right man is going to let you know where you stand in his life. He is not going to make you question. He is going to text you every day. And this, you guys, this is a really big piece of advice I have gotten and I have seen for myself. If someone really likes you, they're going to want to call you every day. They're going to want to hear your voice because they really like you. They're obsessed about you. They're obsessed about you in a healthy way, of course. But I'll get into that. I'll get into the healthy and unhealthy ways of obsession and how you can tell those so that way you can dip if you gotta dip. But he's gonna want to call you every day. And when I say this, I obviously don't mean like as soon as you guys meet, oh, let me call you every day. No, like give it time. He's gonna want to call you every day. He's going to be consistent. Kings are consistent. Think of that. Kings are consistent. Consistent kings, right? Oh, I need to think of one for Dusties. I can't think of one. I'll think of one later. But he will be obsessed about you. He will want to talk to you constantly. He will make time to talk to you. And this is a red flag, a don't to look out for. If they're coming with excuses, if they're saying like, oh, I don't have time to text or call, someone that really likes you, they're going to have time to call you every day, if not multiple times a day. The bare minimum is once a day. And they're going to make advances, like I said earlier, to try to see you as much as possible. Like, you will not have a doubt in your mind. You're like, oh my God, like he's asking to see me all the time. He wants to call me every day when he's free. He wants to text me all the time when he's free. And with seeing his actions, oh babe, he's going to want to do everything for you. Like you're his little princess. You're going to be his queen, right? Queens and goddesses, do we get dirty and do we do manual labor? No, he's going to want to do everything for you. He's going to be like, oh, like, do you need help with anything? Do you got this? And another way of seeing is that when you bring up problems to him, a divine masculine will want to solve them like that. Whether it's money issues, car issues, you need help with a favor, something. As soon as you bring up an issue, a divine masculine and a protector goes into problem solving mode. He's going to be like, oh, I can do that for you. I can pay that bill. And of course, if he has the means to pay that bill, of course. He's going to jump into problem solving mode. He's going to jump into divine masculine mode. That is how you know the difference of when you're dealing with a divine masculine and a guy. If you bring up your problems to a guy, he's going to be like, oh, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. Absolutely not. A guy is just, you're going to bring up his problems and he's going to be like, oh. Or you're going to bring up your problems and he's going to be like, oh. Well, anyways, back to my day, or he's just going to kind of brush over it. The depth that you're looking for, you are looking for someone that asks you, well, hey, what's going on? I noticed something was wrong. Oh, and you guys, because I've had this happen with people that are actually meant for you and ones that are worthy of your time. they're going to notice your energy and that you're in a bad mood without you having to say that something's wrong, that you're sad, that you're in a bad mood. They're gonna be like, hey, I noticed something's off. Like, what's wrong? This isn't you. I'm being like very like giddy. I think it's all the love in the air. But no, seriously. He's gonna be like, oh, hey, like I noticed something's wrong. What's wrong? And he's going to listen, right? Men are great listeners. They are supportive. They listen to you. And they'll discern, they'll know. It's like, oh, like, do you just need, a hug, or do you need some money? Or they will essentially just try to solve your problem any which way or means. How to discern when someone actually likes you is, first off, they sense something is wrong with your energy. They're like, my goddess isn't happy, what's wrong with her? That's how you discern. Because in the past, when I was younger, I have entertained trash, and it would be like obvious something was wrong with me, and they would just like run over it and then like refocus back on themselves, or like be like, oh well, absolutely not, trash. God energy, they're gonna be like, hey, like I noticed something's wrong, what's wrong, do you want to talk about it? And they're also not gonna press like, for like 10 minutes. They're just gonna be like, hey, it's gonna be that calm, quiet love, because the right love, it is calm, it is quiet, like a river flows. It's not loud, it's not overperforming, it's not this and that. Like, it's peaceful. It makes you and your nervous system feel so at peace and feel safe with them, so you can be your soft divine feminine. And that way, it's that yin and yang, that perfect balance of divine feminine, divine masculine. You feel safe enough to feel soft and to tell them your problems, and they're there to help. That's literally all they want to do. They want to live and serve their goddess. Divine masculines want to do that, I promise you. So if you've been dealing with guys, there's that word again, that don't want to do that, or they have a problem with that, or they're like, I'm not doing this for her. It's like, okay, princess, settle down. It's like, yeah, no, that's a guy. That's not a divine masculine. So he's going to show you, he is going to want to solve problems for you. He's going to want to do favors for you. He's basically going to want to do everything under the sun for you. Okay, now these are some red flags to look out for. Okay, a red flag that you're not dealing with a secure man, you're not dealing with a divine masculine, is if they're texting you all day. And when I say all day, wait, let me get my pen. I feel like all fancy. Teacher mode, school's in session. But no, if they're texting you all day, that's a huge red flag. That means that, first off, where's their job? If you have a job, you can't text all day. Or I have met people that do have a job, but they text all day, and it's just like, where are your priorities? Don't get me wrong, when you're interested in a woman or a goddess and you want to pursue her, you are going to prioritize her, but you're not going to prioritize her over work. Because it's like, how's the money going to come in? How are you going to secure a future for yourself? How are you going to secure a future for yourself and me? And if we decide to have a family, you're just seeing, again, his actions. So some red flags, if he texts you like 24/7 constantly, that means that he has no responsibilities. He has no job. And if he does have a job, not a really good one, if he's sitting here texting like all the time, that's just a red flag. You want a responsible man. You want a man who is productive, who has hobbies, who has passions, who sees a future for himself. You already know. And when you see a future with yourself, you're constantly filling your day up with hobbies, with activities, with work, with meaningful life work. Work that gives you passion and joy. So you want the same with someone else. If they're texting you 24/7, that means that they don't have a life. They don't have things going for themselves. They don't have a real job. Long story short, absolutely not. Another red flag is if they're making you feel isolated or encouraging isolation from friends or family. This can be like, they're like, oh no, don't, like, ditch your family to hang out with me tonight, or ditch your friends, or like, oh no, don't hang out with your friends, this and that. That's toxic behavior. Someone that truly loves you and the person that is the right person for you, they will know how important relationships are, and they will want to encourage you to maintain those healthy relationships with friends and families. If someone really loves you, they're going to say, oh, hey, like, yeah, go out to dinner with your friends, go out to dinner with your family. I'm happy that you're hanging out with them. That's really cool. And it ties into what I talked about earlier. They're going to show love and interest in your passions and hobbies, in you as a whole. So that means your work life, that means your social life, everything. So if they're trying to like make you secluded from them, or if they're trying to say like, oh, don't hang out with your friends, or oh, your friends or family are more important than me, or they're trying to like subconsciously like tug you away from them, you know, because you're smart and you use your intuition, like we talked about in my last videos. And if you haven't seen my last videos, I think it was my first one that talks about how to use your intuition and how to listen to it. So go check that out if you haven't. It will save you years of struggle and disappointments and just toxicity. So that's another red flag. Look out for that, because someone that loves you will love your relationships and will love you as a whole. Red flag, not trusting you. This can mean like they're not trusting you with anything, with where you say you are. Like they might, like let's say you're like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with friends, or I'm gonna have a dinner out, and they're like blowing up your phone. Absolutely not. That's insecure energy. We don't want that. You are secure, so you need someone that is secure as well. That is someone showing like, hey, jealousy, not trusting you. They can be not trusting you with, and I've experienced this in the past before, where it can be just like blowing up your phone, whether you're out or not out. Like let's say you don't answer within hours, and they're like blowing up your phone. And they're like, oh, hey, well, I just wanted to call because like you weren't answering. And I'm like, my guy, it's been 2 hours. I know I'm amazing, but fuck. And it's like, your intuition knows. You have that little voice inside of you. Remember how we talked about? You have that little voice in your tummy when it tells you when something's off. You kind of pull back a little bit and you side-eye. Bombastic side-eye. You side-eye, bro. You're like, it's weird. I don't like that. It's a little voice. Listen to it. Don't shut it off. Don't tell it to be quiet. Listen to it. You know, because the right person, they will make you feel secure, and it will just be joyous and harmonious and just like clear and consistent, right? It'll be like a straight shot. It won't be like this, like all over the place. That's wanky energy, weird, confusing. If it's confusing, it's not for you. It's weird. So if they're showing any signs of not trusting you, whether it's blowing up your phone, whether it's not believing where you say you are, anything like that, absolutely not. Okay, this is a big one. Not listening to your boundaries or your needs. And my loves, let me tell you something. The surefire way, well, I'll tell you this fact after I finish this bullet, but a surefire way on how to see someone and get to know someone is through time. And I'm going to get back to that. So, with someone not respecting your boundaries or needs is someone knowing that you're not okay with something or knowing your standards, and they just step over it like a rug. They don't like you that much, move on. Save yourself the heartache and save yourself the stress. Because someone that actually likes you, they will be emotionally intelligent, just like you are emotionally intelligent. And in the past, I've suffered from this, where I was and I am very emotionally intelligent. I was up here, and they weren't showing signs of emotional intelligence when I was dealing with guys when I was younger. And I'm like, oh, like maybe they don't know, maybe they weren't taught this. Babe, someone knows what they're doing. When you say, and the thing is, you should not repeat yourself. Absolutely not. The thing is, when someone knows you're not okay with something and they still do it, that's a form of disrespect. And that just means that they don't like you that much. They don't value you as a person. They just don't value you. So move on. When someone really likes you and when they have that same emotional intelligence to meet your emotional intelligence, they're going to ask you if you're okay with something before doing it. And when I started dealing with these types of people, oh my gosh, I was like, wow, this exists? Like, what? Yes, there's such a thing of people asking you if you're okay with something before doing it. There's this saying, it's like, it was like, if a man truly loves you, he will be scared to touch you. You guys. And that's so true, because when I was with divine masculines, like what I noticed was a green flag. Like they would ask before touching me like a goddess. And I love that. I'm all here for it. And I was like, okay, new standard unlocked. Love it. They will not want to make you feel uncomfortable by any means. They will ask you if it's okay before doing something. And with that emotional intelligence, it can be like, it can honestly be with anything like, oh, hey, are you okay with going to this place for dinner? Are you okay with these plans? Are you okay with hanging with these people? It can be on a broad array of subjects and topics, but they're basically going to ask your opinion first before doing something. And with that, I want to say, because something that has grinded my gears and really gets me fired up, one big topic, liking pictures. Absolutely not here for it. Those are my standards. There has been, and this topic has arose for years. I have seen it all over on social media. I am bringing the the bullet point. I am bringing the answer. Okay? Because they say, so professionals and psychologists, they say that liking pictures is a form of emotional cheating. When a guy is sitting here liking pictures of the opposite gender, he is showing you through his actions. He is saying, I'm interested in this. I'm going to go do this. Absolutely not. There is a difference with a guy liking pictures, like, or a man, if he wants to support his friends or like coworkers, if it's like a nice picture with their family or them traveling or them accomplishing a goal, that's all fine. But there is a clear difference of like sitting here and liking provocative pictures. That's weird. That's guy behavior, immaturity. We don't want that. You're a goddess. No. Let me write that down. No, we don't want that. Goddess. Absolutely not. You can't see that, but that's okay. Absolutely not. And if he knows you're not okay with it, if he does that, he doesn't like you that much. He does not. Move on. Save yourself. Save yourself. Okay, so. Wait, how are my glasses? That's such a vibe. Wait, can we just. Yes. Not respecting your boundaries. Any boundaries you express to him and he crosses them, he's literally stepping on you like a rug. Move on. Extreme emotional reactions. This is a big red flag. It's a big don't. Listen to me. Save yourself. That is really dangerous. If you stumble upon a guy that has extreme emotional reactions to things, whether it's you not being able to hang out or you addressing something that you're like, hey, I'm not okay with this cannot pursue. Basically, him having any extreme emotional reactions, that is showing he is emotionally unhinged, and that is dangerous behavior. That is showing that his emotions are off the charts, that he can just explode like a ticking time bomb at any moment. Red flag. A green flag is someone that listens, is someone that assesses their feelings and reacts accordingly and talks to you about that. That is a green flag. We want that. We do not want like screaming, yelling, or crying. Absolutely not. Run for the hills, okay? And I'm telling you this from experience. Save yourself. Ooh, this is a really juicy one. Are you ready? And a really obvious one. Your nervous system. Your nervous system will tell you if it's the right person. I'm going to tell you why. Okay? So your nervous system, let's say you meet someone and it's fireworks, it's all chemistry and passion, and your heart's beating fast. When you're with someone and you're anxious or like super, super excited, and when I say excited, I mean like anxious or have anxiety, that's not love, that's chemistry. That is your nervous system being spiked and being put in that fight or flight mode that you experienced growing up. Because a lot of the times growing up, you experienced a very chaotic environment or very chaotic love or cycles of love where it was hot and cold and just very inconsistent. And how the human brain works, it works subconsciously off of familiarity. You subconsciously, you will see what's familiar. You will see that familiar love that you had growing up, and your brain goes, oh, familiarity equals safety. I know that. I know what it's about. Even though you don't want that type of love, you will be subconsciously drawn to it because that's all you knew growing up. And your brain formed that way into adulthood. So your brain is like, oh, this is all I know. Fuck it. And so that's where you have to be really careful. Your nervous system will tell you if you feel anxious around someone, if you feel unsafe, if you feel insecure, they're not the person for you. Love is calm. It is quiet. It makes you feel safe. You feel so safe around the right person. Like, it just feels so natural. And like you've met each other before. Like, it feels very natural. It feels very calm. And when you're used to trauma or traumatic types of love, you will mistake the calmness for boring. You'll be like, oh, wait, I don't have to like prove myself or like fight or yell or argue. You're like, what's this? This isn't familiar. I don't know this. I don't recognize this. So you do have to be a certain amount of healed, because calmness, that is what you want. That is the right type of love for you, because that is showing that, hey, I feel safe with this person. I don't have to sit here and prove myself through like 20,000 actions or anything like that. You are going to feel just so serene, and everything's going to flow like things flow in nature, right? Very right. So if it makes you flare up, have anxiety, that like excitingness, that's chemistry, that's not love. Be very careful of that. Okay, I'm really excited about this. Oh my god, because I love love, and I love when like people do things the right way. Anyways, when they plan dates around your interest. So when someone really likes you, they're going to want to get to know you. Like I talked about earlier, they're going to want to get to know about your interests, because they're going to say, I'm interested in this person. What is she like? I have to please my goddess. And so basically they're going to get to know you, and they're going to plan dates around your interests. You like to go stargazing? They're going to go stargazing. You like art? They're going to plan dates around art. You like nature? They're going to do it around nature. You like movies, dinner, drinks? They're going to do all that. Basically, they're going to get to know you as a person. It's kind of like, and again, it's kind of like when you bring offerings to a god or goddess. You bring them stuff they like, right? Fire. I just get so hyped up. But they will do that. So, green flag. Red flag is knowing that you don't like something or you're not okay with something and they still do it anyways. They don't care about you. Move on. Okay, green flags. He respects you and your schedule. That means that everything you do, he loves. He absolutely lives for it. He does not make you feel bad. He's like, oh, like, you never have any time for me. Or like, he just makes you feel bad about your schedule. If he respects you, your life, your choices, and your schedule, and he shows you like love for it, or he basically just, you know, he, like, for example, if you can't text all day, like if you can't text for hours at end, he'll respect and understand that. Why? Because you are a goddess, you are busy. Another green flag is if he wants you to meet his friends and family. So with this, when a man sees you in his life long term, he is going to want to introduce you to friends and family. His actions, again, how we talked about earlier, actions speak louder than words. Do not let his words fool you. Take time getting to know someone. Because there are a lot of guys that will try to waste your time, that will try to suck your energy dry by making a lot of false promises. Absolutely not. Let his actions show you. He will want you to meet his friends and family. And that action is saying like, hey, this person's important to me. I see them in my future long term. Now with that, be careful, because there are a lot of weirdos that will try to see you as like a fuck buddy or like a short-term thing, and they want you to meet friends and family. That's really weird. But again, how to decipher that is, are you guys ready? This is the secret ingredient. 3-month rule. And basically, this whole video, I can sum up with the 3-month rule, which is, do not get serious with someone until you are dating for at least 3 months. You might ask, well, why 3 months, Steph? That's quite a while. I'm going to tell you. And on top of that, date for 3 months minimum. And on top of that, no sex, no kissing for 3 months. I know you might say, oh, Steph, no kissing for 3 months? That's a long time. I'm going to tell you the why. Did you know that your body releases chemicals when you're having sex or when you're kissing someone? The same chemicals that get released when you're doing drugs. Feel-good chemicals. Endorphins. That's why there's a saying, love is a drug, and oh, my light fell, that scared me. Wait, let me fix it. Confirmation, my light was confirming. So anyways, it's like it releases the same chemicals, and like I said, like there's a saying, love is a drug, love is addicting. Your feelings will cloud your judgment when you do like kiss someone or like engage in relations. And babe, as much as you say, oh, I'm not going to get attached, yes, you are. Because look at the past. Look at the past. You tried to just wham bam and have your fun and be like, oh, but then what happened? You ended up getting attached and you ended up in that miserable long relationship with the Dusty. And when you look back on it, you're like, why the F did I do that? Like, they were a Dusty, they were a guy, you know, they were treating me wrong. Why did you do that? Because you were attached. You were letting your feelings take over. You have to be wise. You have to be discerning, because there are evil people in this world, evil, cruel people that will take advantage of your beautiful heart and soul. And you don't deserve that. You deserve someone on your wavelength. And how to get that is 3-month rule. And I know you're going to say, well, why 3 months? I'll tell you. Did you know psychologically it is impossible for someone to put up a mask more than 3 months, for longer than 3 months? Basically saying they cannot fake who they are longer than 3 months. That's why a lot of relationships end around that 3-month mark, because the mask starts to slip. You finally get to see who someone really is. And to back this up more and to prove it, why do you think a lot of jobs, the probation period is 90 days? I'll tell you. Because they say, okay, or why do you think a lot of jobs, they give you benefits or a raise after 3 months, after 90 days? 90 days is the probation period. Because they're saying, is this person really who they say they are? Okay, prove it. Let your actions speak. We're not going to listen to your words because obviously anyone can get hired with talking off at the mouth and saying all this, but jobs say, okay, we're going to give you a chance, but put your money where your mouth is. Put your actions where your mouth is. Are you really who you say you are? Psychological fact. You can't argue science. That is why I love science so much, and I've always been a woman of science, because you can't argue facts. You can't. So my loves, trust me, 3 months is not that long, because when you go into a relationship with someone, you are trusting them with your mind, body, and soul. That is very sacred. That is an honor. For you to have someone's life in your hands and for you to have them in a relationship, that is an honor. It is not a right. It is a privilege. And to make sure you never get taken advantage of again and you align with someone that is on your level, 3-month rule. No kissing, no relations. You can do, okay, maybe kissing, you could do like 2.5 months, like, but be sure, take your time. It is a psychological fact, because someone can fake who they are, and I've seen it firsthand so many times. Someone can fake who they are, but at 3 months, that mess starts to slip. Even if they try to quickly put it back on, they're like, oh shit. You're like, nah, fam, I saw that weird behavior. I'm not running with it. Absolutely not. Take your time. What is the rush? We're on a floating rock that could like float into oblivion at any second. Where are you going? What's the rush? Chill. And again, you are such a beautiful life source. You are so special, and you're a beautiful soul. So take your time. Don't just jump to the first thing that gives you attention. Absolutely not. Take your time, and that is how you save yourself from a plethora of just dusties and relationships that aren't worth your time. That basically sums up the whole video. That's my golden and number 1 rule on how to attract an abundant and healthy relationship. 3-month dating probation. Because someone that actually likes you, they're not going to see that as an issue. Someone that wants you long term, they're going to be like, oh, 3 months, she has standards. She wants to get to know me. Go for it, queen. I'm here for it. They're going to respect you and your standards, and someone that actually likes you, that will actually make them like you even more. Because they're going to be like, oh, she doesn't play about herself. I like that. She doesn't give a chance to just anybody, or she doesn't get a relationship with just anybody. That means she has standards. That means, I may be qualified, you know? That means that I have a chance. And someone that really likes you, the 3-month rule is not going to matter to them. I promise you. Real love is patient, like I said earlier. It is patient, calm, and it will not mind waiting. You have a long, beautiful life ahead of you. Don't rush. Take your time. Chill. And with that, my camera is about to die. So we're going to end off with, if he makes you feel clear on where you stand. There is no confusion. Remember how I said earlier? King's clarity. Or I said King's consistency. Someone that really likes you, they're going to be healthily obsessed about you. Like I said, they're not going to let you question where you stand to them. They're going to want to text you all the time when they can, within their schedule. They're going to want to call you all the time. They're going to want to see you as much as possible. They are going to basically treat you like a goddess energy. They're going to want to do favors for you left and right when they can, you know, when means can provide, of course. They're going to want to spoil you in all areas, financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally. He will not make you confused on where you stand. If someone is inconsistent or makes you feel confused or makes you question, are they into me? Do they like me? They don't. Move on. That is your intuition. What is clear will bring you clarity, and you won't have to question. And I'm going to prove that. Think about it this way. Okay, so in childhood, did you ever have like that type of love from someone, whether it was a parent, a guardian, a teacher, a friend, an aunt? Did you ever have someone just pour love into you and you're like, wow, you're like, they're so nice. And you didn't have to question things. You're like, they're so nice. They give me love. They, you know, they're there for me. I just feel so safe around them. Like, I just feel so safe. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had like that safe space growing up, like that one adult that was just, they just vibrated just like love and pureness and authenticity where you didn't have to question it. That's your intuition. If you are questioning someone's motives, that is your intuition. Listen to that inner voice. Remember, I said clarity is calm, it's quiet. Love is calm and quiet. It's not overperforming and loud. Absolutely not. That is fake. Real love is like God's love. It's quiet and clear. You just have to be quiet to listen to it. Listen to your intuition. If you feel that something's off, if you have to question like where you stand, like is he interested in me, this and that, that's your intuition saying, I'm confused. And if you're confused about something, it's not meant for you. No, because you do not bring confusing energy to the table. If you like someone, you reciprocate it. You give them chances. You go out with them. You put your energy and time into them. So if something makes you feel confused or not clear, it's not for you. Real love is consistent. It's clear. It's quiet. It's calm. It does not make you question where you stand. Like literally, in my standards, I don't entertain like no one. If they don't seem obsessed about me, no. How I know someone's obsessed about me, they show it. They will want to do favors for me left and right. They will give me all of their attention when they can. They will want to see me as much as possible. They will show me just endless affection and attention and love. So basically, if something makes you question, that's your intuition. Listen to it, sit with it, and be like, and think about that. It'll save you a lot of time, I promise you. If it makes you feel confused, it is not for you. It's not. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Okay, my loves, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this. Apply these methods and watch your life change. I promise you, literally your life will change overnight. You start applying this and watch the energies that you start attracting and just watch your life change and come back and comment what it did for you. Okay, that's all I have. I love you. I hope to see you in the next video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And yeah, you're a goddess. Goddess, God. Don't settle for less. All right, stay smart, stay sexy. Bye.